For those who don't know, my job is basically to investigate crimes. If a crime happens in the city, I'm the one who's going to investigate it. And that's exactly what happened in this house. A crime happened here. I'm going to have to investigate all of this. So for that, I'm going down here, and I'm coming to get my car before the journalists get here. Because as soon as they arrive, they're going to get in the way too much. So guys, I'm coming up front. I'm going to leave my car right here. I want to see what happened in this house. What crime happened here? So I'm coming inside, and guys, he has to let me in. He's looking at me. I don't know why he's checking, since he knows me. Now he approved, so I can come here. Guys, I'm coming here, and there's something really weird happening here. This police officer is looking here. He said he committed a crime. We have to arrest him. Okay, but I want to know what crime he committed, especially because I just got here. He has to take me to the crime, but now he came this way. And guys, it looks like there really is a crime here. Something really weird happened here, where someone disappeared from here. Okay, this really is a serious crime. He's going to be in prison for a long time for everything he did. He said, but I didn't do anything, I swear. Look, you must have done something, because this wouldn't just show up in your house for no reason. He has something to do with this crime, because this house is his. So what happened here is probably connected to him. I'm sure of it. Meanwhile, he's being arrested here, and will be taken to jail. The other police officer will stay here while this one is taking him here. But guys, I have to find out more information about what happened, especially because this is really weird. I'm basically a crime investigator, but this is very strange. Everything that happened in this house doesn't make much sense. Theoretically, someone disappeared from here, and that's the only proof we have. There's no object from the person left behind. This disappearance is really strange. But guys, I'm leaving here. His house actually looks normal. There's nothing proving it was him who did this. This is really strange. I'm leaving here. I want to see if this police officer knows anything. But now he's looking here. He said, I don't know anything. But it doesn't look like it was him who did this. Yes, that's true. It looks like someone planted this in his house so he would get arrested on purpose. But I have no way to prove it. But I'm going to investigate just to prove that it wasn't this player who did it. And that, actually, someone planted those crimes in his house. But guys, I'm looking in here. I want to see if there are cameras in his house. Because if there are cameras, that's literally going to prove his innocence. There needs to be a camera around here. Guys, outside there are no cameras, but there really are cameras inside. That's already enough to prove that this player did it, or maybe that he didn't do it. But now I'm leaving here, and this player has to take care of this place to keep more people from coming here. But now the journalist showed up here. Look, this isn't very good. You can see that now he's taking lots of pictures of what happened here. This is going to mess up the investigation a lot. But now I'm leaving here because I have some questions to ask that player to find out why he would commit a crime like that, and I also have to find out who was the person who did this. So now I'm arriving right here. I have to turn my car like this, and now I'm coming to the police station because I have to do the interrogation to get as much information as I can about what happened in this crime. This player has to tell me everything that happened, and if he really did it, he will be arrested. Now the police officer just arrived here too, because he also wants to see what's going on. So now I got here, and guys, he has to tell me what happened. I want to know his side of the story. He said, I didn't do anything, I swear. The cameras are going to prove that I was playing video games all day, okay? The cameras are going to be very important. He's going to have to get the footage from me, and then that's going to prove his innocence. So now he has to come with me. He just has to follow me. He's going to try to prove his innocence here in Brookhaven. And yes, he's going to have to get in my car. But guys, the police officer disappeared from here. I thought he was back here watching what was happening, but that wasn't really what happened. Actually, he vanished from here. This player is inside here. But guys, I'm arriving right in front because proving his innocence is our priority. I just got back to his house, and now he's already coming here. But the police officer has to move out of the way, because now he's going to prove his innocence by showing the house cameras. For that, I'll release his handcuffs. Guys, I'm letting him go here, and now he grabbed the tablet, and he's going to show the footage from the house. But guys, for some reason, the power went out. Look, I don't know why that happened, and I also don't know if it was him who did it. He said, wait, if the house doesn't have power, I can't see the cameras. Look, if that's true, that's terrible. I want to know why he turned off the power. But guys, he's saying he didn't do it. I don't know if that's true, but the police officer is back here. I don't really know what he's doing. Now he noticed that we're here. He said, I tried to fix the power, but I accidentally broke everything. Guys, I can't believe this. Now he just left and is going back to his Brookhaven car. Guys, he broke the power, so now we have to fix this. But he's looking here. He said, there's no way to fix it. All the cameras are burned. Wait, that can't be true. Guys, all the cameras were destroyed. Look, this is getting really weird. Honestly, I don't know why he did that, but temporarily this player is going to jail while we investigate all of this. Now he agreed to it, and he's being taken up front because he's going back to jail. Perfect, he got in, and the officer has to take him to jail. While we don't know what happened, this player has to go to jail immediately, and also preventively, so he doesn't interfere with the investigations that are happening. But guys, he just got here, and he has to leave now, especially because he can't go past this yellow tape. He's taking lots of pictures. Guys, they're really annoying because the journalists keep taking pictures. This can really mess up the investigation. But he got closer. He said, don't you think it's strange that right when the officer came back, the power went out? Look, that really is weird. There is something happening here in this house. I already know that the player who lives here is innocent. The next step is to find out who disappeared, the reason why, and also who the person was that did this. If I find out the reason, it'll be much easier to figure out who did it. But now he's calling me over, and the journalist is finally leaving. Guys, it's really good that he left, because now I can finally do my investigation without this guy bothering me. That's really good. But guys, I'm following him to find out where he's taking me. He said, this is the house of the person who disappeared. Okay, thank you so much. That really is some information that's going to help me a lot. I can already see that he has a Bugatti, which means this player is really rich, because that car is worth at least $1 million. Now the officer is coming back to this house because he can't let people go inside. But I think that he's probably guarding this place. That area is very important, and people shouldn't go there because that's where the crime happened. But now I'm coming to this house, and guys, I'm holding this gun to avoid problems. But the lights here are off. And since the house lights are off, the house cameras don't work, which is exactly the same thing that happened with that other house. The lights mysteriously went out, and we lost all the camera footage. But now the police officer is coming back here. Look, this isn't very good, especially because he really gets in the way. And now he's coming inside. Guys, he's holding this gun, but now he realized it's me and just dropped it. He said, I thought it was the intruder. I don't know why he thought I was the intruder, and I also don't know how he knew I was here. But guys, there's a lot of money here. But guys, this camera is working. It's a camera that works without power. I'm finally going to get some evidence about what happened. And now even he showed up here. He said, this camera is mine. I placed it to watch who comes here. Okay, that's really strange. I was happy that I found a camera, but actually, the news isn't as good as it seemed. This belongs to the police officer, but I can see there's a lot of money here. Guys, this is a lot of cash. Whoever lived here was a millionaire or even a billionaire, because there's money in every part of the house. For some reason, this police officer removed that camera, and now he's going upstairs to see what else is here. And guys, again, there's a lot of money here. The person who lived in this house and disappeared really had a lot of money, but I don't know how someone that rich disappears just like that. But guys, now I'm going downstairs because I'm going to have to write all of this down and ask more people to help me investigate this with me. Now that player came back here. He said, I'll help you. Look, it would be great if he helped me, but I don't want his help. And now even he got scared, but I don't want your help, especially because he gets in the way too much. So I'm going back to my car. I do want help from this player. He can get in my car, especially because we're both going to investigate this together. He's going to be really important to the investigation. But this police officer doesn't seem very happy. He went back to his car, and now he's coming to the jail to watch over that player, and also to make sure he doesn't leave. So now he's coming up front. He's coming back to the jail. But we have a player here who was arrested and is denying everything that happened. He said, it wasn't me who did this. So if it wasn't him who did it, we have to find out who the person really was that did this. This is the house of the police officer who destroyed all the cameras by accident. I have a very important mission for you. You're going to have to get inside and tell me when he's asleep. He just got out of the car, and now he agreed. So he's going in. He's going to hide right here. I don't know if that's a good place to hide, but I'm going to leave my car right here to keep the officer from opening the garage. And the excuse I'm going to use for leaving the car here is that I'm investigating this house. That probably won't raise any suspicion. I'm writing down everything that happened. And now, finally, the officer is coming back. Guys, he just got up here, and now he's going back to his Brookhaven house. He can't leave his car here, so he's going to leave it in front of his house. And now he's coming back. But guys, I can see that he has a lot of money. I don't know how he has so much money, but this is way more than he should have. A normal officer doesn't have all of this. This is impossible money to get, because I'm kind of an officer myself, so I know it's impossible to get this much. A place that had a lot of money was this house. But now I'm looking around, and the money disappeared. All the money that was here is gone. Someone took all the money after everything that happened, but I don't know exactly who the person was that did this. Now guys, I'm coming here to investigate this. As soon as that player is asleep, I'm going to come to this house to find out the truth of what's going on. Guys, I grabbed this flashlight to see everything, and for some reason there are handcuffs here, but these handcuffs are from the police. It's impossible to get this unless you're a police officer. And again, I'm thinking that the player who was arrested is actually innocent, because the stories are really weird. But that player picked up a radio, and he said he went downstairs. He's probably sleeping. Okay, that's really good. Apparently, the player went downstairs, so now I'm coming to his house, but I'm coming very carefully, and you can see that he really has a lot of money. Guys, I don't know how he managed to get literally millions of dollars. Even the police officer showed up here. He's seeing all the cash that's here, and now even he's scared. He said, it's impossible to get all of this. I'd have to work 200 years as a police officer to earn all of this. Guys, even he noticed that this is really suspicious. There's something strange happening in this house. I'm going to take the opportunity and go upstairs because I want to see what else is here. There's not a lot of interesting stuff here. I'm getting to this room, but guys, there are just documents of mine that disappeared. These are documents from past investigations that, for some reason, disappeared from my house. I leave those documents in random places. These two documents disappeared from there, so I just grabbed both of them. This police officer is literally stealing my stuff. I'm sure he has something to do with the crime that happened. Now it's time to go downstairs. But guys, something's happening here. This police officer is aiming that item at another officer. He said, why did you come here? Leave now. Look, this is really strange. That's not something you're supposed to do. And now the officer ran away from here, and he went back to his house to sleep. But I don't know what this player is doing. He's looking at all his money, and now he's laughing a lot. But he came back here, turned off the lights, and it looks like now he's going to sleep. So I'm going to hide here because he can't find out that I'm here. And now he came to his room, and he's coming here to sleep. He didn't notice that I took the documents that were here, but I'm going to go downstairs. While he's sleeping, I want to see what else is in this room. It's a really strange room, so I'm getting right here. And guys, we have this lower room, and there's something really weird here. There's a lot of money, and there's also a player here. Guys, I don't know what's going on, but there's a player here who is literally the one who disappeared. He said, "Help me, the police officer is stealing all my money." Guys, there's really a lot of money here. There's at least $50 million, and there are also these devices where he can grab his money faster and put it here. Guys, this police officer is taking all the billionaires' money. But guys, he got up, and you have to come here now, especially because we have to escape. Guys, he has to follow me and escape from here now. Perfect, he's in my car, and now he's safe. Now he's going down here. Look, in the meantime, you have to come to this blue house. The officer who lives here is going to help you. And the police officer was really surprised. This player here is scared because he knows we found out the truth about what's happening. So now I'm going after him, especially because he needs to be arrested right away. Everything he did here was really strange. I'm really lucky that I have this car, because now I'll be able to chase him non-stop here in Brookhaven. But he jumped right over this part. Look, that's really weird, especially because he's not stopping. He jumped over this other part, and now he flipped his car. This is the perfect chance to arrest this player. Guys, I'm holding this item, and he has to get out of here now. But it looks like he's not even in this car. Actually, he left here a while ago. I have no idea where he went. I just know that now he disappeared from here. But now some time has passed, and it's time to release the innocent player. He was arrested unfairly, especially because he was arrested preventively to stop crimes from happening. But we just found out that, actually, he's innocent, so we're releasing him, and he can officially leave now. And now he's really happy, but he has to stay away from that officer, because that officer is wanted by the police. Now he understood that, and he's going straight back to his house. But now I have to leave here because I have to investigate a very important person. I have to investigate his whole house and find out everything I can. So I'm coming here in my car. This police officer got in his car. He's also coming up front because we have to investigate the officer who committed all these crimes. It's a little strange that I'm using this car that has nothing to do with the police, but I'm a crime investigator, so I can really choose a custom car. Guys, we're coming right up front, exactly to this house. Now he got here too. But this house suddenly started catching on fire. Guys, everything here is burning, and the evidence is being destroyed. Look, this is really weird. I don't know how this could even be possible. This player came here, and he's putting out the fire in the house because that's going to be really important. Guys, the only person who could have done this is the owner of this house. I'm sure he was the one who did this. He said he must be nearby. Yes, that's really true. He must be really close to here, especially because he set fire to his own house. But we managed to stop the fire. He got in his car, and now we're going to have to search the whole neighborhood because we have to find out where he is. This player is somewhere nearby, but right at my house there's this car. This car doesn't belong to me. I really have never seen this car before. I'm coming to my house to see what's going on because this really doesn't make sense. This police officer has to wait for me here, especially because something really bad could happen. Maybe I'll be attacked as soon as I walk into the house. So I'm coming here holding this item, but there's nothing strange going on in here. But guys, he's aiming that item, so I raised my hands to avoid trouble. But what he doesn't know is that the police officer saw that, and now he's running over here. But actually, he also left. He got in his car and drove away fast. Guys, the police officer got here. You're going to place spikes on the road, and I'm going to chase that player. And guys, it looks like he understood that. Now he placed the spikes right here. If he passes through here, his car tire is going to pop. I'm going to be able to arrest this player. But now I have to chase him, but I don't know where he went. Actually, he's coming up front. And guys, I'm following him, but he jumped over this part, so I jumped too. I'm really not going to stop chasing him, especially because today he has to be arrested, and this time I'm not going to let him escape because I really have to catch him. But guys, he's falling into the trap. He just passed right here, and his car got destroyed. His car is completely wrecked, and this is the end for him. Even the police officer showed up here because he's being truly arrested. Now finally he left from here, but I'm going to have to come this way very carefully, especially because I don't want to hit those spikes and lose my car tires. Now I just got here, and this officer is officially being arrested for all the crimes he committed. But now a lot of time has passed, and some things have changed in the city. People returned to their normal lives. The owner of this house, for example, is happy watching TV. This player is doing the same. The criminal's house was demolished, and now a new house is being built here. Meanwhile, he's at the police station and is going to stay here for a long time. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the join button, and then I'll add you on Roblox.